We often talk about the glass ceiling. There's always ceilings. They're barriers. We can see through them. We can see, presumably, the white male privilege on the other side of it. What I've seen in my time in the law is a number of things. Firstly, we as a nation have always been 50-50 male and female, but within the law, the demographics have changed. When I first started to study law, there were only about 20% women in my course. These days, it's somewhere between 60 and anything up to 80%, depending on which law school you're looking at. So inevitably, the demographics have changed. And we now see in the Queensland Law Society our membership tipping over 50%. But at the peak professionals, that is those people who are over 20 years, there is a huge drop. It's down to about only 800 people. Now, when we look at these people, we have to say they forged a path ahead, that they made it possible. And I'm not sure as they went on their journey that that's what they thought they were doing. But the reality is that we find our heroes and we find our inspirations in those people who have led along the pathway to success. So I think each of those people in their own way, one client at a time, one file at a time, one case at a time, and more often than not, one career at a time, or many careers at a time, have allowed the pathway to become easier, to be clearer, to be something which people can look at and say, they did it, why can't I? It's not a matter of trying to climb to the top of a hill and saying, that's it, I've made it. Because as we know, there are more hills beyond, and sometimes mountains beyond that. But women inspiring women is the most important and wonderful part of the journey. When we travel along life's way, we often see ourselves forging on our own. We think that we're islands entire to ourselves. But the reality is when journeys are shared, not leading someone from the front, but walking side by side with people, sharing those conversations, sharing those discussions, that's where both true inspiration and courage comes from.